let's just get real for a second here. Processes are pain by faith is the way I'm taking this. Paul takes this and he says clearly, no excessive drinking for your older ladies. Now, on the island of Crete, where this is written, Titus is the pastor at Crete, drinking was a virtue. It was celebrated in the culture. Now, some of y'all are nervous. What's a Baptist pastor going to say about drinking? Here we go, right? Okay, we're not going all that. I've always said, if it hurts your walk, if it hurts your witness, you should not do it, okay? I don't think you can make a case for total abstention for everybody in every situation in a biblical case for it. But you can make a case for wisdom. And what happens here is, as an older lady, as I've been doing my research, there's a lot of pain that you are carrying as an older lady. You maybe have lost a child. You maybe have lost a marriage. You maybe have lost a job. You may have lost a parent. You maybe lost both your parents. You may have lost some joy in your life. You may have really struggled in life financially. You may have had a whole lot of money and that wrecked your life. Don't you know that can happen as well? So there's a lot of things that we gather as men and women, but Paul is speaking to women in particular, that it's just, we're just gathering these hurts and these scars as we go through life. And these lines in our face are a little bit of a map of the pain we've gone through. And so what can happen is there can be a use of drinking, excessive drinking here it says. There can be use of drinking to escape the pain. Remember, I had a friend, it was a guy, but he said this. He said, you know, he's a believer and he struggled with drinking. He said this, here's the deal. I know exactly how I'll feel after 2 drinks. I don't know exactly how I'll feel after reading 2 chapters. So for him, drink was more predictable, even though God was more faithful. Do you see the difference? Drink is not faithful. All of us could give somebody in our family that it's wrecked or ruined, right? But it's predictable how you're going to feel in many ways. And so he's saying, older ladies, I want you to be careful because in this, there can be a problem. Let me just give you a couple stats and we'll move on. You know that drinking and alcohol addiction is on the rise among women. A 2017 study put the high-risk drinking among women at or over 50% increase in the last decade. So alcoholism with women has increased 50% in the last decade. For nearly a century, women have been closing the gender gap in drinking and alcohol and binge drinking and alcohol addiction. What was usually a 3-to-1 ratio between men and women is now a 1-to-1 ratio worldwide. 1-to-1 ratio. So why do women drink? One study put it like this: to understand the public health impact of women and the wine culture, rosé all day, one must understand why women drink. And specifically, why do moms drink? The wine mommy culture isn't making moms drink. Instead, it is a pop culture reflection of the real unaddressed issues in society in the lives of women. These are deep-seated, complex, underlying troubles that can't easily be solved. They range from professional and personal pressures to fundamental ideas about the role of women and mothers in today's society. So what am I saying? I'm saying Paul is calling his shot on what is happening in our culture today. And older women, you've got to take your pain to Jesus. You've got to take your pain to Jesus. Last quote, National Library of Medicine says this: certainly U.S. women in their 30s and 40s are drinking more than in previous decades, suggesting that harms indicative of heavy drinking will increase among this age group. Yet adolescent and young adult women are drinking less than ever previously observed in survey data. So older women are drinking more than ever and younger women are drinking less than ever. And Paul says here to the older women, he says, ladies, I know there's pain, but you got to take it to the Lord. You're just masking it. You're just numbing it. It will be there the next day. But only Jesus can really heal the heart. So be aware. Look at this in your life and look at it in our culture. And you can see it. And that's why Paul says these things. Be careful. Nobody is immune. Nobody's immune. We can all get in a really bad space really quick. And if you need coffee in the morning and wine at night, every day, you need to get some help and talk to somebody. Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.